Hi everyone, welcome to the Happiness Channel. I'm Dominic. Now I'm doing something right now which is super important. It may not look important to you. Um, I'm sitting on the sofa and I'm chilling. I'm doing nothing. Now the reason that's so important is because we need to recharge our batteries. We need to rest and recuperate and de-stress. And I think sometimes that is something that is really underestimated and something that can really be useful within our lives and within our day in general. I think we need to make time for it, and I think we need to make time for rest as much as we need to make time for an important meeting or exercise or time with our loved ones and stuff like that. We just need time just to literally just chill out and rest. Now, I'm not saying we need to necessarily spend 2 3 hours in front of the TV. In fact, I would probably recommend that you do it without the TV, without your phone in front of you, without um, anything distracting you really, because just literally just resting and um, just kind of almost just sitting and thinking is something that a lot of people don't do. Um, and some people rest too much as well. Some people rest way too much. And you've got to get the balance right. And the balance is important because if you have too much rest, then you become lazy. If you don't have enough rest, then you can be burnt out mentally and physically. Now, if you get the right amount of rest, you kind of you get to a point in your day where you know that you've done enough and you've done the right things, and you know that you're on the right path, and then what you've done really is then earn your rest. um, Now a lot of people feel guilty about resting, and there's nothing wrong with resting. Now if that's all you've done all day and all you've done is just sat on the sofa and just ate junk food all day, and you've kind of not really done anything to help yourself, then that's a little bit of a waste of a day. But resting the way that I'm doing right now, obviously at the moment now I'm doing a video, but in general how I would be sat on the sofa like this and just chilling, um, you need to try and add that into your day because it is super important. Now you can only really enjoy it 100% if you've earned it. Now that could mean getting up early, that could mean putting in hours of either work or exercise or time doing useful things, time doing beneficial things, and things that are actually going to get you progressing on that path to where you want to go and where you want to be. And rest needs to be part of that, and needs to be part of your schedule really. And then when you actually have the rest, you feel 100% able to just enjoy it guilt free. And a lot of the time when people do rest, they know that they should be doing other things. They know they should be, I don't know, doing some jobs, or they know they should be really doing something that's beneficial. Now if you've already put that in your day, that's already something that you include in your day as well. Then when you finally get around to the resting part of your day, you've earned it and you deserve it, and you know that it's beneficial. So and then you can really enjoy it. Now, stress is, well, they say stress is actually the biggest killer. Um, and I would agree. I would agree probably over, in terms of like exercise and diet and stuff like that. People talk about those things being the things that will keep you sort of like fit and healthy, and improve your longevity in terms of life. But I actually think being able to de-stress and being able to kind of rest, um, and rest properly, are actually things that's it's kind of the same as everything else. It takes practice and it takes a little bit of skill to be able to do that. And I probably, that's not my biggest strength. Probably what I tend to do is not rest enough. And like I say, it's getting that balance right, because some people do rest too much. So I probably need to do this a little bit more often. Now, some of the people, you think of people who maybe have had very long lives. Now, obviously, they may be lucky in terms of genetics, and they may have been quite healthy with their lifestyle and their eating habits and stuff like that. They may have been quite good with stuff like that. But sometimes, you can, on occasions, have people who um, have eaten unhealthily all their lives, have eaten junk food, and not taken particularly regular exercise, um, and they don't always take the right steps, or what you would think would be the right steps, in order to remain healthy and remain happy. But what you'll find is that these people are very chilled and very easygoing. They don't take life too seriously. They don't take themselves too seriously. And you'll find that those people are the ones who generally are the ones who tend to go on and live the longest. And that's because they probably have this way of switching off, and ways of de-stressing, and not kind of stressing about things that don't need stressing about. So my advice really today for this video is literally just try to, one, do enough to earn your rest. That's a really big one, because if you don't do that, the rest will not feel like a proper rest, because you'll always have that doubt that you're deserving it. All right, so you've got to earn the rest, and then two, make yourself rest. Actually have a slot in your day where this is my rest period, okay, and not to feel guilty about having that rest period. And three really is just being able to properly rest when you're resting. So switch off, not necessarily having things to distract you, to literally just maybe breathe and just to think and stuff like that, but not think in terms of worry. Think in terms of, feel grateful for what you've got, and look about and realize how lucky you are to actually be in that position, to be able to sit maybe on a sofa, a nice comfortable chair, or wherever you are, on a bed. And there's people who haven't got that, and I think that's often what we maybe don't do in our society enough, is appreciate what we've got in comparison to people from other parts of the world, for example. And I think we need to be able to do that, and know that there are people in those parts of the world, in the third world areas, who can do that, and they're able to do that, and they're able to look at what they've got and be happy and be relaxed and be chilled and enjoy the time with their loved ones and stuff like that. So I think for me, resting and kind of really being able to be stress free is the thing that's going to help you most in life, and it's going to be the thing that's going to make you the most happy in the long term. All right, so that's something for you to bear in mind, something for you to think about, and try and include it in your day. If you've got any ways yourselves, or that you can kind of give us tips on, give us some ideas on how to rest and relax, and simple things. It doesn't have to be, we don't have to be laying on a beach in the Bahamas or whatever, because not everyone is going to have access to that. If you've got any ideas for things that we can do that probably 99% of us could just do just like that, maybe just straight away, that we could do, if you've got any tips like that, leave them in the comments, and then hopefully we can all benefit from it. Okay, if you like what we're talking about on the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you again on another video.